It's like an illusion. We're clouded with hallucination and deception to think that we are free, emancipated, when truly the chains are still on, fastened. 400 years ago, they were on our hands and feet. Now they're on our minds, the way we think, the way we follow the trends that drove us to sleep, to wake up the giant of pretense from sleep so deep. Free where? Free how? When on the streets all I see are black men in white camouflage with the guts to wear ball gowns and tuxedos on an African stage. They said it was African, yet all I could see were lost men and women looking as if they don't have an identity. As if it would be more expensive for them to wear a buba or shokoto or real native for the culture. It's a bad omen when Aba boys can only make it by making counterfeits. So Adidas has to turn to Adidas and Toyota has to turn to Toyota just so a guy can make a name for himself and some cash. Because if he tried originality, his brothers would say it wasn't quality. Nigerian made. Then they amass wealth in excess and buy Porsches and yachts and call it success. Meanwhile, year one ends, school never starts. And the government wallows in silence while the farm dwells in nothingness. Free where? When they go abroad and then form an accent. Damilola turns to Damilorila because they are ashamed of their descent. They shun cultural attire and call it indecent. Meanwhile, miniskirts and crop tops are more complacent. They say that cultural dance is vulgar, probable, but sensual salsa is more acceptable. They say they are proud of their color. Black is beautiful, yet they bleach it all away with a cream called Caro. Mafilomena looks like a ghost. Her face shines like the heavenly host. She doesn't like her dark color and her big nose is a problem, so she contours it with contour, foundation and concealer, 50 shades lighter, so that there isn't a trace that there was ever an African under that mask. The lighter the better. Yet they sing brown skin girls all morning and congratulate Bonner for winning the Grammy and go behind and tell their kids that pidgin is uncultured and hoodie. Free where? Free how? When all they think about is money, even if it costs the life of family. Ritual, Yahoo minus plus. And all they want is power, even if everything else were to cower and die. And then they think that somehow they can do it on their own and that they can be alone. And in this race, we don't need each other, so they bicker and rant on social media, sitting under the umbrella of tribalism, nepotism, and xenophobia. And then have the guts to come back and chant Black Power. I'm stunned because these beautiful people actually think that they are free. But if we rise and decide that we can only move if we did it in one stride, and that we can only groove if the drums belong to our land, that African attire belongs in an African stage and African culture on a wall page, then we will be free. And if we agree with me that the shackles were not in vain and that we learned from all those years of pain, then we will go higher. And if we agree with me that our unity is key and the problem is not in our diversity, then we would be stronger. If we agree with me that we should focus on developing ourselves and stop adding to those with more than enough resolve, then we will be the baddest, the best. But most importantly, if we agree with me that above all is love, hope, and humanity, then we will be free.